What's up, guys? I have some time here, and I thought I'd bring out a game I haven't played for a long time. This is a Fistful of Lead. It's by Wiley Games. This is Galactic Heroes, the Savior of the Universe Collected Edition. This is the hardback, ding ding, that he had for sale. He released a couple years ago, a few years ago now, I guess. And I thought, why not? I got some time here. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time. And I was looking at the scenarios in the back. And I thought, here, zoom in. I would do this one here, ambush, 2 players on a 3x3, and I obviously set it up over here as close as 3x3 I can. But this one pretty much is while on the hunt for space pirates, a group of bounty hunters stop to rest and refit at an oasis watering hole. Here. In a great canyon maze. What the bounty hunters don't know is that the pirates have crawled up the canyon and are waiting for them, and an ambush ensues and everybody better seek cover. So obviously he put a little map out here. You could do it if you want exactly like that, or just, real similar to it. It tells you right here, center of the table should have a small pond or water hole. The rest of the table should contain a lot of rocky features. Some should be steep and impassable. There should be 2 obvious ways out. And the forces should be equal, consisting of a 5-man team, a leader, specialist, and 3 regulars. Now, when I used to play this, I usually just had the leader with his traits, and then I pretty much did the rest of the guys with like 1 trait or 2 traits. I'm sure if I played this more and more, I'd be used to the traits and all that. But I keep forgetting the traits as you start playing the game or you're getting involved in the game. I just don't take the time to look at what traits each player has. I notice when I have, if the miniature only has 1 trait on it, it's easier for me to follow and go along with it. Because the specialist has like 2 or 3 traits, the leader has like 5, and then the regulars get like 1 trait or something like that. So 1 or 2 traits, something like that. It's like I said, it's been a while. All the bounty hunters set up at the oasis. At least one of the pirate crew must set up in the cover at the edge of the oasis. One of the pirates may be put in reserve to enter at one of the end of the canyons, and must show up in one of the 3 turns. The rest start on the high ground. So turn limit is the game lasts until one side exits the table. No special rules. Victory is despite being ambushed and surrounded, the bounty hunters aren't leaving empty-handed. And then you could do renown points if you want to make this into a campaign. They gain 5 points of renown if they kill or capture the pirate captain. The bounty hunters gain 1 point of renown for each one of the other pirates out of action. Dead. The pirate captain, on the other hand, he's so, full of pride and stuff, has to look good in front of his men. He cannot leave the gaming area unless he is the last one left in his crew. In addition, the pirates cannot score any renown until after the captain personally wounds or puts out of action a member of the bounty hunter crew. After he does, the space pirates get 5 renown points, blah, 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 pulling the leader of the bounty hunters out of action and 1, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, bounty hunters are going after the space pirate captain, and that's their whole goal, is to capture that space pirate captain. And the only time the pirate captain can avoid being captured is if he's the last one standing and he could take off. So that was the whole idea of having the exit points here. Can't go out this way, I guess, but this way. So anyways, I'm in the middle of setting it up here. I'll get the miniatures together and we'll get going on this. So there's your little introduction. On the back here, that's one thing that he leaves the quick reference guides here. It's all card based on the turns. You shuffle all cards and deal 1 card to each player for each miniature. And the card suit turn sequence, you got your spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. And it gives you a quick reference of what to do and all that stuff. I'll try to go over that while I'm playing. I'm playing the solo rules. This was a playtest version. It actually is decent. The AI is a blind card turn. You deal out the 5 cards as usual, and you don't look at them. I could look at mine and place them the way I want to if I was playing, normal. Turn 1, I show my card that I want to use, and then I turn the AI card over. And if it beats my card, then obviously the AI goes first. You got spade, heart, and diamond and clubs. So, if I pull a card that has a spade, or it says move to cover and shoot closest enemy. Heart, move to closest objective and shoot closest enemy. Diamond, move to closest objective and close combat enemy. Club, move to close combat closest enemy. So it tells you what to do on each suit here. Also, if the suit has a specialty to it, like Queen of Spades has the remove all shock, I believe it is, and Queen of Hearts is remove wound, I believe. Yeah, I could hold on to that, especially if it's for that 1 minute, one miniature, the AI miniature that doesn't need any of those. I could hold on till the end of the turn. So if I use it for, say, the second or third guy on the AI miniature needs one of those, then I can use it for that one. But after that turns over, I lose that. So it's a pretty smart way of doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go strictly by the solo rules. Last time I played solo, I kind of used my own kind of thing, because it's your game, man. You can play it the way you want. So but I'm gonna try to go strictly by the solo rules here by Wiley. So all right, enough babbling here. Sorry for the long intro. Just kind of want to introduce it before I start playing here. Fistful of Lead's been out for quite a while. Their latest one is, I believe it's a steampunk or Victorian sci-fi release. I actually got that. Anytime he releases a game out, I always jump on and get it, because I know eventually I will play one of those games. So anyways, but again, welcome. Fistful of Lead, Galactic Heroes, the Savior of the Universe Collected Edition. Quick and easy set of wargaming rules for land and space battles in the future. It says that right here, sorry. You got my little glow light thing here, circle light. So, alrighty, I'll stop babbling. Let's get to the game. All right, black dice is going to be the pirates. The blue dice will be the bounty hunters. And what you do is, I already shuffled them. Go one. You give 5 cards each, because it's 1 card per mini. Unless it's you have a team of grunts. You have a grunts are 3 men, and they get 1 card for 3 or something like that, I believe. So you got 3. These are the pirates here. I just leave that alone. I don't look at them. That's it. That's what the solo instructions say. Leave it alone until it's time to turn them over. I can look at mine. Oh, I got +1 to close combat. 3, I got to reload. And then I got to re-roll 1 die. Okay. Oh, I got 2 7s here. Alrighty. So that's what I have. So what I do is the Jack's obviously my highest card. So turn-wise, I don't know what they got over here. So, but I will start with my Jack, and then I got my 7, 6, and 3s. 3 nasty card in this game. 3s. Ugh. But alrighty. I'll go ahead. I could leave mine out like that, I guess. And we begin. Okay, so we always know I got Jack to bust out. And what do they have? They have... Oh, crap. They got King of Diamonds, so that means the pirates will go first, which is typical. I mean, that goes right with the theme of ambush, huh? Yeah, AI does a King of Diamonds, and if you go by the suit there on the solo, the diamonds says move the closest objective and close combat enemy. This is where I have an issue with this, the solo rules here, because the closest guy I have is the guy that's supposed to be placed right here at the end of the oasis there, and he's supposed to ambush. Why would I want to charge in for a close combat when he's going to be outnumbered? That's where I get a little So, but there's some ins and ways of it. I think ins and outs. I think I'm just going to go back to what I do, just the blind, the blind turn on the cards, and go that route. It seemed to work all right. I mean, I can still look at mine and just do blind turns on theirs, and just don't really go by the suit. I'll have them go first, but I'm gonna use some other guy, some other AI guy, whatever, the shoot here or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. I will have Mad Eye right here take a pop at Ray because he's in short distance, and Mad Eye's sniper and he's a range fighter, so he gets to roll a D12 for shooting. So let's go for it. Mad Eye needs a 5+ for short range, and boom, got him with a 9. It's a hit. And since everybody has light armor, it looks like you have to roll an 8+ and see what happens. And he rolls a 6, so it's going to be no difference on the wound chart. Oh boy, Ray, are you going to survive this? We're rolling for wound, and rolls a 2. And Ray starts the game off with a shaken. Oof. Oh crap, I forgot. There's each miniature has 2 actions, and I just had him just shoot. So I might give him a second shot at him. Ooh, Mad Eye going for the kill. Needs a 5+. And he gets... Oh, he rolled a 2. That ain't happening. But he has sniper, and he can re-roll again. He can re-roll right here. And he gets... Oh, crap. Oh, dude, he rolled a 1. Now he's out of ammo. That's a bummer, man. You have a D12 for shooting, and you freaking roll a 1. Out of ammo. Okay, Bosnar, he turns around, he sees what's happening. I mean, I'm into the stick measurements now, man. That's a 4-inch, but you could go a total of 5 inches, but I'm having go 4-inch right here. And then that should get him into close range to fire back at Mad Eye. Yep, he has an auto rifle, so short range is 12 inches to 24, and he is right at 12 inches there, so we're going to be firing at short range. Bosnar has a D10, and he needs a 5+, and oh, he missed. Oh crap, now Bosnar is kind of out in the open, but that's all right. Okay, we turn the card over. Outcast Alliance gets a 7, so he gets a reroll on 1 die, and the Ravagers get a 7. 7 of spades or 7 of hearts. So the spades trumps the hearts. So the Outcast Alliance goes first. Well, crap, Mad Eye's out of ammo. I'm gonna go ahead and have this is a 4-inch measuring stick here. So, and he's got that shock on him, so it's a -1 inch to move. So we'll put him right there, and then it's gonna be a -1 to shoot. But we're gonna go for it anyways. He should be in close range. He's got the machine gun. I'm sorry, he has the heavy blaster, so that's inaccurate, which will be a -1 on shooting. So he's got a -2 on shooting. He's in short range though, so instead of a 5+, he's gonna have to roll a 7+ to hit. And he rolled a 2. Crap, he just, oh, he's out of ammo, dude. Nope, not out of ammo. That's for ammo hog weapons, and the heavy blaster is not an ammo hog weapon. So we're good to go. Oh crap, but he has a reroll. We can reroll, dude. Okay, re-rolling his second action, he had to move, so it's his second action. Re-rolling his shoot roll, because he has that 7 right here, so he get to re-roll 1 die. Still needs a 7+ to hit, and, ooh, he got a 10. He got a hit. Okay, I got to roll for Mad Eye's light armor roll. He needs an 8+, and he rolled an 8. So that means on the wound roll, we subtract 1 from the wound roll. Ooh, back up a little bit. I forgot he had a -2 on the shoot roll there, Ray, but he still hit, so instead of a 10, it becomes an 8. So it's still a hit. So we're good. We're going to do the wound roll here. It's a -1. Rolled a 5, so it becomes, oh my gosh, math. 5 minus 1 is 4, so he is shaken. Well, Mad Eye got the surprise on him, got a jump, so, but now he's out of ammo and shaken, so oops. Okay, next is sidestep. I'm going to have him move on down. And, well, just give him another inch because I know it's like 3 inches down. So yeah, 1 inch there. And then he has Deadeye. It's probably gonna be long range because he has a blaster pistol. Let's find out. Yeah, it's long range to, oh gosh, what's his name right here? Barrett, I believe. So he's gonna take a shot at Barrett there. Sidestep has a Deadeye, so it's a +1 to shoot roll. So pretty much that negates the blaster pistol's inaccurate. So we're just going to be rolling for 8+ for long range. And he rolls he rolled a 7, so he missed. Alrighty, so let's flip the cards here. The Ravagers get 5 of hearts, and Outcast Alliance, the bounty hunters, get 7 of clubs. And so it's another reroll 1 die, so they get to go first. Oh snap. Barrett's got that power fist, and if he double moves, which is, it's a 5-inch per action. So if he double moves, it's 10 inches, and he'll be definitely in 1-inch range for close combat. So that's what he's gonna do. Come here, boy. Okay, our first close combat action here. Now Barrett, he's a brawler, so he gets to reroll to close combat if it needs to. He has the power fist, so it's a +1 to the close combat roll. And sidestep pretty much has squat. So here we go. So we roll 2 d10s. And let's see who wins. Blue is the Outcast, black is the Ravagers. And we get, oh my gosh, Sidestep rolled a 10 to a 6. But wait, he's got a reroll here, and also Barrett is a brawler, so he has 2 chances here. So he's going to use his brawler trait, and he's going to reroll again. So let's reroll, and we get Sidestep gets a 6. And they tied at 6s. We're going to use the 7 card now to reroll. Let's see what happens. Come on, Barrett. And we get, oh my gosh, you barely beat him. 5 to a 3, but he has a +1 to his close combat, so it makes it a 6. So the difference is going to be 6 subtract 3 is a 3. So you come over here, you look at the close combat. Since the difference is between a 3 and a 4, it's going to be a +1 on the wound roll. And actually, it's going to be a +2 because his power fist has a +1 on the wound roll. So it's going to be a +2 on the wound roll. And here we go. Let's add it up. He gets a 10, becomes an 8, plus 2 is a 10. Sidestep is dead. And that's why close combat is very dangerous in this game. Good job, Barrett. And that's why it's nice to have a re-rolled 1 die card too. So yeah, it took him 2 re-rolls to get to that point there. So alrighty, now we're gonna flip over the 4 clubs. By the way, they got only 4 cards because I forgot to tell you I'm bringing Prowler in the next round. As it says in the rules, I can bring 1 guy in between round 1 and 3. All right, they got 4 clubs, and we have a 6, so we get to go first again. Gonna have McLean move 4 inch here and then up 1 more inch, and then see if he's in range. He has a blaster pistol, so long range, yeah, he's there. He's at 12 inches for long range, so he's gonna go ahead and take a shot at Mad Eye. He has an auto pistol, sorry about that. Still, it's the same range, 12 inch for long range. So he's got to roll an 8+. He has a D12 because he's the looter. So he needs to roll an 8+ to hit. He has no special abilities here, does he? No, he doesn't. So it's just straight up 8+. And he gets a 5, so he missed. Well, bummer. That took care of his 2 actions. Well, Stockpile's not too pleased with what he saw with his friend over here. And so he's going to bum rush Barrett. He's definitely within range. Okay, Stockpile's trait is he's a brute, so he has no close combat, but he gets to roll a D12. He has no shooting, but he gets to roll a D12 on the close combat. Now, if he loses the close combat, then the opponent gets a +1 on the wound roll. So we got the D12 against a D10. Black is Stockpile, blue is Barrett. And we rolled, oh, Barrett won. Oh crap, I forgot to do the light armor rolls here on the close combats. So let's see, Stockpile needs an 8+ to pass, and he gets a 3, so it doesn't matter. So 8 to 7, the difference is a 1. So again, like I showed you before on the close combat, it's a 1 to 2, so there is no modifier. It's just a straight up wound roll. And here we go. What happens to Stockpile? Oops, get on. Man, come on. 6. So he rolled a 6 on the wounding. And that means he is wounded. He is prone and wounded. I forgot you add the 1 to it, so it becomes a 7. But that doesn't make a difference. He's still wounded. Bonk. Ooh. So there he lays on the ground bleeding. Freaking Barrett, dude. Yeah, I just noticed, I think I missed a turn for the Ravagers, but too late. We're done. Cards are already down. So the last card is obviously going to be a 3 of spades, and that leaves only Wibba. Well, Wibba, he turns around, and he's bloodthirsty. And can he double move? Yeah, he's 9 inches away. So he's going to go to town on Stockpile. Stockpile's down, so that's a -1 on the combat. He's wounded, so it makes it a -2 on the combat roll. So we got Wibba, who's going to use a D10, and Stockpile still uses his D12. Let's see what happens. And Wibba is bloodthirsty, so he gets a +1 on his combat roll. If he wins, he gets a +1 on his wound roll too. So this is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and roll the dice first and get the modifiers out of the way. And we get a 5 to a 4. Okay, so 5 to a 4. Now we got to do the modifiers here. Well, it's a -2 for Stockpile because he's wounded and prone, so it brings him down to a 3. It's a +1 for Wibba, so it brings him up to a 5. So it's 5 to 3. So the difference on the wound roll is going to be a 5-3 is 2. On the chart, it's still 0, so no modifiers on the wound roll. But let me roll for the armor save. Need an 8+, and he got an 11, so he got that. So when we do the wound roll, we -1 off the wound roll. So what it does, it negates the bloodthirsty +1. So it's pretty much a straight up wound roll. And Wibba gives him a 2, which is just shaken. Now with this, since he has the flail, he gets an additional shot. Actually, I gotta take that one back because he didn't wound him. He just gave him a shaken. So never mind. Okay, that takes care of round 1 there. Yeah, I definitely missed out on, I didn't give the pirate captain here, Crazy Jack, a turn. So, oh well, that's all right. He can stand up there. He's looking pretty. And I got Prowler down here, and he's going to show up in the next round. So, yep, That's how it works. I'm sure I made mistakes, so all you fistful of letters out there, put it in the comments below and let me know. All right, let's go on to round 2. Hey, just want to let you guys know from this point on in the video, I lost sound on it. I don't know how. I do my videos on my cell phone. I got the Pixel 9, whatever. For some reason, it did not record the sound. So I gone ahead and increased the speed of the video, not to a very fast play kind. And I'll just try to do my best, putting little text messages of what's going on and stuff. So I'm sorry about that. Just goofed it. So I understand if you don't want to watch the rest of it, but I was a little bummed because the ending was really suspenseful and really cool. And if you heard how I was playing, I was pretty excited about it. And now you're not gonna be able to hear that, so I apologize for that. So, alrighty, moving on.